All right, let's get started. So today I'm doing something differently. I'm adding a new challenge to my workflow, to my process, to my approach. I think we all need to be doing that. I know we all need to be doing that. We have stopped evolving as a species, as humanity. We have to march forward. We always have to. We can no longer tolerate the world operating like this. We are falling behind. So, enough about that. Why do I start like that? Because I've posted countless posts on LinkedIn. I've written stories, I've done poems, I've done intense takes, and I've done positive, inspirational takes. Then, when I first started my journey, I recorded videos, one after another, right? But I recorded them separately months before, and then I broke them down into pieces, and then I released them. And extremely valuable, extremely powerful. I couldn't stream back then. I was afraid to, right? Because I was worried about getting it right. I was worried about the quality. I was worried about the lighting. I was worried about, and you could say that none of those things are off right now, right? Maybe for you they are, but for me they're not, right? But you guys see what I said, right? Maybe for you, but not for me. So I got to a point where I just eventually, after I did my videos, then I edited them. I got the audio correct. I did all these things, right? And none of those things are bad, right? They add to the experience. But then I decided to just start writing posts, and that worked. After that, after I took a break, I realized I just need to stream and I just needed to talk. And that actually was the unlock. It made me able to just talk about anything. And I slowly started taking a step forward each and every single day, further and further, breaking all my conditioning, all my chains, where I could just start doing things that I never could do before. So now I'm just like, okay, I can stream for hours and hours just on the spot and just talk, right? I can have the door open, which I do right now, so that means there can be disruptions and noises that I don't care. Before, I wouldn't do so with what I was recording. I wanted to get it right. I was like, okay, please, like, I gotta make sure everything's quiet, all this stuff like that, right? But then I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, let's do just a recording today and let's release it today. So by the way, I can only talk 15 minutes because I'm gonna release this on LinkedIn right after this. Literally, I just recorded it right before I'm gonna post it and release it. And it's based on something that I just wrote on a notepad, because this is what I do. I have various notepads around. One is for detoxing and just general figuring out ideas, and the other one is for just things that I'm experiencing throughout the day, like if I'm playing a video game or like lessons and interpretations that I have. That's what I do, right? And there's countless notes, right? I have thousands of notepads and notes. So I just wrote a little bit, some ideas that I had, and usually it's to like detox me and figure things out, what I'm dealing with in the moment. And I'm just gonna talk about that, right? But you see, like, really right now, when I'm doing this, there's no difference than if I'm streaming. Yet before I started, I'm telling you, it felt different. And I'm like, why? Why does it feel different? The only thing that's different is that I'm actually putting a limitation on myself. When I'm streaming, there are no limits, right? I'm like, I'm gonna talk about these things. It could be for 30 minutes or it could be for 10 hours. It doesn't matter, right? Do you guys see there's no limit? And I think that's the best way to operate. But now I'm just like, hey, well, can I go back and like, can I add something back in that I did before? And let's see how far we've actually come. This is also a progression check-in, but I want to just add another way of delivering the knowledge for people, for another reinforcement, because maybe some people prefer this delivery than just text. And if not, it doesn't really matter, right? Like at the end of the day, this is just for myself. I'm having fun with it, right? But I'm telling you, I can already tell. It's not even fair anymore how far we've come, how much we've progressed. So let's get started. Imagine that a bomb, you're like, oh my, that a bomb goes off in 23 days. That's what we all learn, okay? And it's gonna destroy everything. And you're like, what is everything? It's a bomb not of harm, not of damage, not of hurting people, right? But it's going to cause destruction. How's that possible? What if it was a bomb of awareness, of knowledge, what some people would call gnosis? And it shatters everyone's reality of how the world operates, of how the world works. It dispels illusions. It makes people realize that there's more to everything than meets the eye. Suddenly, things that they've experienced every single day that maybe they would walk around and like, that seems a little weird, or like, I don't really understand how that happened. Now they were like, wait a minute, it was that all along. Like, that's how it happens, or that's what's causing it. There's something that's causing that, and then now they can never see the world the same way again. So that's what I'm talking about, that there's a bomb that's going to be deployed, that's going to destroy everything, that's going to shatter everything, every single thing that we know, every single thing that we believe in, every single thing that we've built up. Yet we as humans and the animals, we aren't going to be harmed. Now, you could say that there is some risk, right, with the mental aspect of it, and that is a challenge, right, because a lot of it is mental, how we respond and handle things and how we move forward, and if we can move forward. But I'm telling you, none of you are going to be destroyed to the point where you can't function, like your health, physically. You're not going to be killed, you're not going to be attacked, right? But everything, and no one's going to like make fun of you, no one's going to insult you, yet everything you've built, everything you know, is going to be shattered and destroyed. Every single thing. Why? Because this bomb is needed. The current world, the way it's designed, and Earth, it hasn't evolved for far too long. It got stuck. It got trapped. It is in a perpetual loop of the past, and it insists on bringing people back to the past over and over again, and it can't move forward. And this is each and every one of us, and there's many reasons, but the main things is there are vines and chains that do so. Requirements. So the only solution that was determined by the forces that be is that there needs to be a bomb of awareness, of knowledge that's delivered, and it explodes. But people have some time to prepare, right? Because we don't want to just give people from 0 to 100 right away, just so they can start mentally positively building. But maybe also the bomb just explodes early, because if people know, they can brace, but at the same time, can we over prepare? Sometimes we just need to move forward. So maybe the bomb actually explodes right after this. But it's going to be a reset. It's going to wipe everything away to begin anew. You're like, well, why would you guys actually want that? Why would that be the case? What if something's too far gone? Is that possible? Can something be too far gone? Can it be impossible to recover? I don't think so, by the way. I really don't. I truly believe that if everyone snapped out of it and put in the work and put in the effort and started going on positive paths, started walking forward no matter what, and just being like, I need to figure this out, I need to explore, I need to understand, I need to stress test, then I think that anything is changeable. Anything is fixable. We could heal anything. I truly believe that. But the problem is that if people aren't even willing to take that first step to potentially explore that, wait, could there be more to the world than I think? I've already mastered the current game. Why would I ever try anything else? Why would I ever explore anything else? Why would I consider anything else? Well, then we can never move forward. So no one's going to actually be harmed, right? But people are like, well, if you destroy the things that we've built, the systems that we've built, aren't you harming us? I'm like, no, you're fine. Because think about it, okay? Let's say like this computer that I'm using to stream or record this right now, right? Like, let's say it got destroyed. You could say that maybe that harmed me, but it didn't. Do you understand? It took something away from me, a tool. But I myself, I'm fine. Do we understand? That is what's going to happen. Every single one of us, because once we know that the world operates differently when this bomb goes off, certain tools are not going to have value anymore. Certain things lose their meaning, certain things lose their purpose, and we're doing a grand reset. So, but you see, you are going to be fine. Whoever's listening to this, you personally are going to be fine. Yet some of you are going to walk around thinking that you got hurt. Think about that one. Nothing happened to you. Nothing happened to you. So what happens when we actually destroy all the systems and the resources that have been built up for centuries on this earth and world? Well, it's a clean slate. I call it a new expansion, because now the world operates differently. Money gets you nothing. Money loses all value. Money doesn't have any value anymore. Do you see that just that one change alone, because once people learn everything about this world and how it actually operates, they realize, wait, money isn't needed. So now money has zero value. And all the resources that you collected in the old world don't transfer over to the new world. It's a completely clean slate. Every single resource that you had doesn't do anything for you. Now, you could say like, hey, you can have some tools, right? Like I could still have my computer, I could still have that, but my clothes, but it doesn't do anything for you, right? By itself, inherently, because the resource itself, money, is gone. What does that also mean? It means that all success criteria is eliminated. Every single success criteria is gone. Now, who decides what actually is a victory and what's a loss? It's not determined. If it's not determined, then how do we know if we're on the right path? Well, that's a really good question. But I didn't get money from doing this, and I'm not on the right path. How do you know? It's a new world. You've never explored this world before. Think about it like this. When you were a child, when you were a little baby, did you know that the only thing that determines your worth are external success criteria such as money? Did you? Or did someone tell you? Did someone install that belief into you? Did someone repeatedly reinforce that belief into you? Do we get it? So that means that if you didn't know that that's how the world operates, you just walk forward, exploring. And I'm saying that is the new world that is going to be created. So now there is no success criteria. That means it's an open world. Every single person can explore the way they desire. So how would you explore? Do you build? Do you do? Do you just simply do? Do you teach? Do you guide? Do you heal? Do you retread your path that you did to get here from the previous world, right? So let's call it the old world is Earth. And the new world, you guys give it the name whatever you want. Gaia, Eorzea, it doesn't matter. You guys call it whatever you want, but it's a new world. Do you walk the same path? Well, first I got a job and then I got this, but there are no jobs. Because we don't need money. So do you try new? Do you explore something different? Do you well, do I want to learn how to teach people how to walk forward? How to live freely? See, if we base it off what we know worked and we just try to recreate it, then what? If we're basing it off success criteria, do we see how that guides our path? Well, I need to do something that gets me followers. I need to do something that gets me praise. I need to do something that gets me money. Is that the answer? Well, if the new world doesn't operate that way, if the new world doesn't care about those things, because none of those things matter, would you still do them? Maybe. Well, I want to create a new currency. So wouldn't you say, well, what is this currency used for? You see, now every single path that you walk, every single path that you start, there's questions to be had. Right now, there aren't. It's all figured out because everything is based off of the external success criteria and money. But I'm telling you guys, would you, if you're walking new in this new world and everyone knows hey guys, let's say even, all of Earth combines, all the continents combined together, okay? Every single one. No borders, one world. The world is transformed. No requirements to travel. What would you do? What would you do? Right? Well, are we going to fall into the same traps that we did last time? Are we going to recreate the paths? We keep our old knowledge because we're still humans, but everything else is different. We're going to have to learn how the world actually operates. I'm wait, that doesn't work that way anymore. Would you be excited or would you be scared? Would you be mad? Would you feel like everything was taken from you? I spent years building all this up. Why was it taken from me? Or would you view it as an opportunity? Do we see how if all of a sudden it's a fresh slate, clean slate, everything changes? Because now your worth, your value is determined by each and every single action that you do second by second. I call that equality. Money gets you nothing. But would there be people that try to create a new enslavement tool? Money and requirements and rules to prevent people from exploring. Let this be the opportunity that allows everyone to explore. So I ask you, after this bomb goes off in 23 days, or maybe tomorrow, how will you explore this new world? Everything was built on a lie. Now you know. It's your world to explore. Walk a new path.